1-0 now from White. That one's low as well. It's going to be interesting seeing Perry get a lot of playing time here because Winter Park at this stage only rosters 2 catchers. It's Perry and Anthony Gonzalez. 2-0 coming. There's strike 1.
A lot of these teams are starting to shed a couple of players off. Now both the Squeeze and Winter Park has done so to injuries in both.
2-1. It's high. Yeah, I was talking to Carter Mansfield of the Leesburg Lightning about Perry, just getting some more insight before today's game, and he said that Mike Anu of Leesburg has left the team as well.
Wow.
3-1 is up the middle, hit to Tanis, catches it on the fly for out number 2.
That's actually surprising to me. New was a newer addition too as well. Not as new, but kind of a newer guy.
And who's heating up.
Exactly, yeah. Really, he went crazy against us. I think he had 5 RBIs in one game.
Now Todd Clay. White deals, and it's ball 1 inside to Clay.
That Leesburg team is so loaded, though, that it doesn't even matter. It's next guy up over there. They also lost Kavanaugh to the draft.
1-0 pitch is hit the other way. And that was the concern with Hayden Perry with some playing time. And he left that team before Kavanaugh was drafted, so maybe they could be using Hayden Perry right now, but that had already gone through, and it's to Winter Park's benefit. Got a very good rotational catcher. Here's 1-1. It's high to Perry.
It's got to be tough for Perry to leave his brother.
Yeah,
on that Leesburg team.
That was where he's getting most of those reps, was catching for his brother, but now he's on his own. 2-1 pitch. That one, I guess, a bit low for 3-1.
Good take from Clay on the pitch there, just a low and outside. Has another one to work with here.
White fires. And there's strike 2, but Todd Clay thought he had a walk.
Maybe a makeup pitch there. Kind of looked like it was a little bit farther outside of the zone than the last one before. Now you got a 3-2 count. You got to turn the page and be ready. You can throw virtually anything right now.
And here's the payoff. It's fouled into the parking lot.
Oh,
I believe caught somebody's windshield on the fly. Don't see any broken glass, though, so that's a good sign. Gets a bit treacherous in that parking lot.
Actually just missed our social media intern's car.
Payoff again. That one's hit towards third, but foul. And this would be a big out for Winter Park to get. Quickly move through the top of the Squeeze's order. Be great for the confidence of White coming off a bad outing and Perry new to the team. 3-2 yet again. That one is hit way high in the infield. Sam Tanis is under it. And he's got it for out number 3. So no score yet after the top of the first between the Squeeze and the Dawgs. We will be right back for the bottom of the first between these two teams. Do not go anywhere.
all-star from Southeastern University, number 39, Isaac Nunez.
We are back with the Florida League on Flow Sports. Dogs and Squeeze, still no score as we see the Dogs lineup in action for the first time today, starting with Isaac Nunez. Ryan Slattery of Winter Garden throws his first pitch of the day. It's high to Nunez.
Slattery usually on his best stuff when he's able to get that first pitch strike.
Now 2 balls.
Wasn't able to get it that time, but something to really watch for as this game starts to develop.
2-0 to Nunez is lined into left and just drops for a single.
Yeah, out there, Ian Farrow really had no shot at getting that. Took a step back and then realized that he wasn't going to be able to get there. Good job not trying to force anything with a dive and let that ball get behind you.
So a good start for the Dogs, and Kai Hudson follows Nunez. Nunez a threat to steal as always. First pitch is in for a strike though. So there's that first pitch strike from Slattery.
You mentioned Nunez. The steal, I believe Winter Park had 5 stolen bases last night. Squeeze weren't able to throw anybody out. Got a new catcher back there. We'll see what happens tonight. Young's got a pretty good cannon back there.
Yeah, Young being used in kind of a super utility role. Now a catcher. It's been a struggle to keep teams off the base paths. 1-1 pitch, and that is hit softly in the infield. In a rough spot, though, so it's an infield single for Kai Hudson. A cracking start for Winter Park.
A swinging bunt right there for Kai Hudson. Just perfectly placed. I mean, if it was a bunt, that's a perfect bunt. Right down the third baseline. Third baseman wasn't expecting it at all, obviously. Now he's on base, so no outs.
Maybe not a intentional bunt, but a good one. So now Timo Aracena is at the plate for Winter Park. Timo, 2 for 3 yesterday with a double. Also was hit by a pitch. Great game for him.
Just slapped stung a ball, I should say, down the line yesterday as well. He roped that thing.
Yeah, line drive power on display. Now 0-1 to him. Slattery deals. That one's a bit high. Ball 1 to Aracena.
Looked like he tried to go to the breaking ball that time, and it just slipped out of his hands.
I noticed that, a little slippage.
Yeah. Of course, the ball is going to be wet, so we'll see how that plays out as well. Usually the umpire has a towel.
1-1 pitch. High yet again. A bit more intentional that time, I'd say. And yeah, tonight weather is going to be a factor. It's looking like rain should be coming through about 9 o'clock in little pockets. So we'll keep you updated on the weather situation. Lightning looks good, but we'll see as it goes. 2-1 now is low to Aracena.
Of course, the benefit we have here at Alphon Stadium, the turf, it's an all-turf field. Thankfully, the mound isn't dirt because that would be a problem, especially after last night.
Yeah, huge problem. But this field drains very well. I'd say the toughest field in the Florida League. 3-1 pitch is hit very hard foul. That's a ball that nobody's going to want to take off their windshield.
Yep, just missed a car.
We value our fans, so we check in on their vehicles.
We do.
But now it's full up to Aracena with no outs and 2 men on. Payoff pitch. And it seems he got a piece of it, so see another one.
They have himself a battle up there right now. Just continue to do so. Make him work for every pitch. Good things will come your way when you do so. Still no outs for the Dogs.
Big spot for Timo and Slattery. Slattery checking on second. Here's the pitch, and there's another foul ball towards the Dogs' dugout.
He's right on top of anything Slattery throws him his way right now. It looks like Slattery's fastball is a little down today. He's usually sitting at around 90. Doesn't look to be that right now. But of course, like you said, weather's going to play a factor a little bit. It's always in the back of your mind that the turf's a little slippery.
Slattery yet again. And that's ball 4. So a tough at bat for Slattery. Worked all the way, but still walked the hitter.
Yeah, just a tough pitch for Slattery there. It could have really gone both ways, but it did look like it was a little bit more outside than it did caught the corner. So I like the call from the home plate umpire. But now if you're the Squeeze, you got to bring everybody in. Bases loaded, no outs, and Coker coming up, the four spot. Looks like they're just going to go corners here, I guess.
Yep, Matt Coker at the plate. First pitch to him is way high. I think that one slipped again,
Yeah.
Christian.
Yeah, and I'm telling you right now, Slider's got that in the back of his mind as well. You never want to throw 2 straight breaking balls that just slip right out of your hands.
1-0 pitch. Fouled the other way. I know what Slattery's thinking on that. One time I took a golf swing through the club, and now I can never think about I can never take a golf swing without thinking about, hey, don't throw the club. I get it.
That happened to me one time at a Top Golf. I swung and
That's
hit
brutal.
the top of the pavilion. I just had the employees laughing at me the entire time, thankfully.
1-1 pitch. Hammered foul towards the parking lot again.
Oh, no. That got another one, I think.
And it's unfortunate today that so many balls are going into the parking lot because this is one of the best crowds we've seen at the Alphonse Stadium this year. A lot of cars packed in there.
You ever swing and broken a golf club head off of it?
No.
It's happened to me a couple times.
1-2 pitch, another one a bit high. I don't know if that one was quite as slippery as the last few, but
Yeah, that one had a little bit better movement on it. Kind of looked like he had a better arm action. Just try to build on that. You can take anything right here if you're Slattery.
2-2 to Coker. And that one's high. Nunez running towards home. And he will quite easily score. Both runners move as well. So a 1-0 early advantage for Winter Park.
Yeah, just unlucky for both the catcher, Young, and Slattery. Just looked like the ball just went outside of Young's glove that time, got behind. Just very unlucky. And now you really got to worry about second and third, still no outs. This is kind of what happened to Slattery last game. Ran into a little bit of trouble from both the defense and himself. Try to get out of it here.
3-2 from Slattery is just tapped foul. And another big thing about that wild pitch or pass ball, whatever it's scored, is that the double play is no longer as big of a deal to Winter Park. And Coker is a good hitter, but he's grounded into a few double plays this year.
It's definitely huge for Winter Park.
Payoff pitch is way outside, and yet another walk issued by Slattery. Loads the bases yet again.
Yeah, and I like the idea for Young to go out and talk to him. Oh, looks like Coach McDaniel is going to come out as well. Like I said, this is literally exactly what happened last time out. In his last start, wasn't able to get out of that one after just collecting a third. Just really got to focus and hunker down here for Slattery. Just throw the ball over the plate. I mean, bases are juiced. It's 1-0. They can do damage, but you got to trust your offense. It's the bottom of the first inning. Your offense can definitely dig yourself out of that. Later in the game, it's a 9-inning ball game. A lot of baseball to be played.
And this game could get away from Winter Garden quickly if things do not improve. And I'd say the momentum advantage is firmly on Winter Park's side after that grand slam. It's really all I've been thinking about since it happened. It was an incredible moment. You can't really top it.
I was speechless when it went off the bat. I knew as soon as it went off the bat that it was gone. That thing was laced. But what a moment for Swan and Ajay.
Yeah, fantastic. Hasn't had an incredible time.
Dawgs team that's in a fight with the land right now. Pretty sure you're a game up on them, though.
Yes, a game up on
But
Deland.
even it's starting to get a little closer between Winter Garden, Orlando, and Winter Park. So really, anything can happen. There's still 7 games to be played in this regular season.
Now it's Cade Faircloth who takes ball 1. Took a lot of pitches yesterday, walked 4 times.
Yeah, that OBP is skyrocketing right now.
Now here's 1-0. Took a little swing at that, so it's 1-1. And yeah, you're not kidding. His OBP went from 273 to 309 after last night. Incredible from Faircloth. 1-1. That's low yet again.
Good stop from Young there. Got to be a brick wall right now. Don't want to give up another run on a pass ball.
Especially with Kai Hudson on third, a more than willing runner.
Yeah, got some pretty decent speed on the base pass for the Dawgs right now.
2-1. That one's tapped foul.
Well, these Diamond Dogs batters do not go down without a fight. I've noticed that a lot in the games that we've played, fouling off a lot of pitches. They really make that pitcher work. It's a great aspect that I'm sure Coach Newland loves about his 1 through 10, really.
So now Slattery loading up for 2-2. Pitch, swing and a miss. Got him swinging. There's the first out of the game registered by Slattery in the squeeze.
Yeah, caught a break that time. That pitch was a little bit higher than I would have liked it to be. But nonetheless, he was able to get Faircloth down on strikes in the high fastball.
Now Roman Sampson up. Hasn't played since July 11th. And he was 0 for 3 against the Leesburg Lightning. Now has loaded bases in front of him. There's strike one after that swing. Still just 1 out, so sacrifice is in play, but the double play a scary outcome for Winter Park possibly. 0-1 from Slattery is lined foul.
That would have been money for the Dawgs right there. Probably would have scored at least 2, maybe even 3.
With Coker on first, I'd say 3 would not have been far-fetched.
Yeah,
but
it would have been a close play more than likely.
But it was not hit within those white lines, so an 0-2 disadvantage for Sampson. Here's the pitch. Outside, and Young goes to talk to Slattery. I don't think he liked that pitch from Slattery.
Yeah, it looked like they probably had a little miscommunication there. Maybe was expecting something else. On a 1-2 count, you usually don't get a mound visit like that when it just runs right out there.
Yeah, pitch thrown outside is not unexpected for that situation, but obviously it wasn't what Young thought it would be. Something to keep an eye on for the rest of the game, how Young works at the catcher spot.
It's the first time Young has caught Slattery all season.
1-2. And he didn't go. 2-2. Roman Sampson was very close to striking out there, but the infield umpire waved it off. Two. Another foul ball from Sampson.
Slattery's already thrown 30 pitches. And just still got to get 2 more outs. Got to start getting some quick outs here if you're Ryan.
Still 2-2. Sampson battling back into this thing. Here's the pitch. That's high to Young. Another full count for Slattery. And of course the threat of a run walked in is very much alive. Payoff pitch is lined up the middle off the mound. Steps on second, throw to first, and that'll do it for the first inning. So maybe some good fortune for Winter Garden getting out of this with only 1 run allowed. But either way, the Dawgs have a lead. It's 1-0. We'll be right back for the second. Do not touch that dial.
Farrow.
We are back with the Winter Park Diamond Dogs and Winter Garden Squeeze here on Flow Sports. Winter Park leads 1-0 as we start the second inning. Ian Farrow leading things off for Winter Garden. Andrew White throws one in, and it's ball one.
Farrow made a pretty good impression yesterday, went 1 for 2 in his debut with the squeeze. Another new addition with just a week left.
1-0 is low from White. White, that's his 20th pitch on the day. Outpacing Slattery in that regard. 2-0. Just missed. That's ball 3. Farrow would love to set the table with a walk here now. White fires one in. That's ball 4, so a quick walk issued by Andrew White. Not a great start for him.
Yeah, but if you're the squeeze, you're very happy about that. Starting off with the leadoff runner on base, right in front of a guy who's been real hot lately in Sonny Rayao.
Yeah, Sonny Rayao. Hot recently, but 0 for 3 yesterday.
Yeah. He's had a lot of multi-hit games as of recently as well. Seems like whenever he has one, he usually has 2.
Now White fires his 5th ball in a row. In his last 2 starts, the poor ones against Leesburg, he's walked 13 combined batters, including 9 in the July 5th game. Only 2 innings pitched that day.
It's going to be hard to win games doing that. Got to be just aggressive in the zone. Trust that defense can do it for you.
1-0 is fouled, but
Hit and run was on that time.
yep, Ian Farrow looking aggressive. And those 2 bad starts against Leesburg were curious because it was coming off White's best start of the year. 6 innings, no earned runs, 10 strikeouts, and only 3 walks. So Winter Park hopes he can get back to that form as the playoffs come near. 1-1, fouled again.
Kind of seems like the rain has picked up a little bit here.
Yep, it's drip dropping all over. Nothing that you can't play through, though. At least not yet.
Now that ball is just going to get a lot wetter, faster.
And there's the strike. Strike 3 for Andrew White. Gets Sonny Rayao looking, bounces back from that 4-pitch walk in a big way.
It was a beautiful pitch from Andrew White there. Caught Rayao frozen. He knew it, too.
Rayao was a bit frustrated from his foul balls hit. You could tell from his face, and wasn't happy with that either as White checks in on Farrow for the 2nd time.
Yeah, Rayao just missed those couple foul balls there.
Now Michael Young, we've talked about him a lot, the catcher today, though typically an outfielder. White gives one to him, and it's low. Yesterday, briefly featured, was 0 for 1. Was also named an All-Star. He was 1 for 2 in the All-Star game with a walk. Good performance. Another throw over to Farrow at first. Last time against Winter Park, before last night, Young was 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored. 1-0 is in for strike 1.
Didn't like the call there, but it was a strike definitely on the outside corner.
Winter Garden's got to try and keep the frustration low. It's still early in this thing. 1-1 is high.
It's going to be tough to do so, especially after that loss last night.
Yeah.
Hard way to lose, even though it was a run rule.
It was
kind of
so
a
close for
heartbreaker,
so
yeah.
close for so long.
It was a pitcher's rule for mainly the entire game.
Now Young has a 3-1 lead on Andrew White.
Dawgs put up a 7 spot in that bottom of the 6th. Didn't even realize they were that close.
No, it didn't feel like it. 3-1.
Oh.
Hammered into left. And that is caught near the track by David Bayo. Impressive defense, I'd say. That ball was up there for a long time.
Yeah, especially with the color of the clouds right now. It's going to blend in with the ball a little bit. You notice he went off to his right, then started to his left a little. Had to adjust, but got the out. That's all that matters. And if you're young, just missed that one. Just hit it a little bit too high. Didn't have enough power to get out.
Major second out as Zach Stokes comes up, takes strike 1 from White. Because again, Young was ahead in that count and hit a deep fly ball. To get an out of that is a big deal for White. 0-1 pitch as the runner goes. Throw to second from Perry.
Wow.
He got him. Look at that arm on the new guy. Out number 3 after the top of the second. Still a 1-0 advantage for Winter Park. We'll be right back for the bottom of the second inning.
Your Diamond Dogs. He's the extra hitter, number 35, DJ Swantage.
We are back with the Florida League on Flow Sports. A 1-0 lead for Winter Park over Winter Garden. It's the bottom of the second inning, and it starts out with a guy we've been talking a whole lot about, DJ Swantage.
Rightfully so. Absolute laser shot last night.
I'll admit it, I thought it was a fly out. I don't
Really?
I don't have the best eye for something like that. It's gotta improve. To be fair to myself, I've only been out here for a couple home runs in this stadium,
Sure,
so I
yeah.
can't really judge them all that well based on my time here, but just kept going and going for a massive hit. 1-0 pitch comes into him, and there's strike 1.
Yeah, I thankfully have gotten to see a lot of homers here, not just in the Florida League, the Rollins Tars as well. Those guys mash, so pretty used to what's going out now over here. See a lot of baseball being played here.
Now DJ up 2-1. That was his only hit of the game yesterday.
We'll take that anytime he can get it.
That's a good one. 2-1 is high yet again, so Slattery, I'd say already trending, leaving those up there, and nobody's biting.
Yeah, nobody's going to swing at that, especially when you throw it so consecutively as he's been doing.
3-1.
Good pitch.
Yep, there's a strike to load up the count. A lot of payoff pitches for Slattery, and I'll tell you, he hasn't done too bad with them.
No, not at all. He's the type of guy where he can usually command it when he needs to. Has had, like we've been talking about, a little bit of trouble recently doing so, but been pretty decent, like you said, on the payoff pitches so far.
3-2 is fouled. Here's another, and it's high. There's that walk. DJ Swanandije on the base paths already here.
The announcer jinx is real.
Yep, so real.
I'm sorry, Mr. Slattery.
Now David Bayo up, the man on first and none out. Coach Jim Newland talking to Swan and Daiji on first. Slattery deals, it's way inside. Maybe could have hit Bayo, but he escaped it.
Wonder how these Dogs are going to play on the base paths today. Haven't really gotten a chance to see it after the bases were juiced a couple times last inning. With a new catcher back there and Young, they might be a little more non-aggressive.
1-0 is hit foul.
Swung so hard, one pin came off of that one.
And Young, as we've talked about him, he may not have a lot of the refined catcher skills like communication, but that arm is legit.
Oh yeah, it's legit. We've seen him make some pretty great throws throughout the season.
1-1 as the runner goes. The throw from Young.
There it is. Oh, he came off.
He's out. Got off the bag. So Swan and Daiji out for out number one.
We got one.
A rare throw out for Winter Garden, but
Just the second of the year, or summer.
that one was definitely a rain assist because just kept slip sliding on that turf. Here's 2-1.
Hey, we'll take him.
Slow.
We'll take him any way we can get him over here, Alex.
Yeah, and it's just got to be something that Winter Park has to deal with. I wouldn't even say it was bad base running by Swan and DJ. He was only just off as 3-1 comes in. Another walk. DJ is replaced by David Bayo.
Yeah, Swan and Ajay, just unlucky there. Kind of overslid the bag. Not really much you can do with that. The turf's so wet right now that you could slide 15 feet before and never do anything.
So as our PA announcer Ryan Murphy mentioned, Hayden Perry making his Dawgs debut, his first plate appearance for Winter Park. His first pitch is low. Perry hitting .250 in 32 at-bats for Leesburg. So not bad.
Oh, you take that.
From a guy who's mostly a defensive catcher. I talked to him before the game, and he said, yeah, the defense is more his game. 1-0. That's strike one.
You see that with a lot of catchers. A lot of guys mainly focus on their catching abilities because it's so hard. You have to learn all these different techniques and moves. Not a lot of time to focus on the hitting.
1-1 is broken bat. Throw to second is in time, but the throw to first is offline. Bit of a weird play between the broken bat going into the infield and the slide kind of distracting the throw to first, but Perry is on.
The Singer that time when he got the ball, the throw was a good throw leading in towards first base, but unfortunately the sliding Bayo coming in couldn't really help him out.
So for the second time in this inning, a runner is out at second and replaced at first. Here is Sam Tanis with 2 outs and Perry on first.
Tanis made a really nice play at second base last night, if I remember correctly. Going to his left and then having to turn around.
He did, but I saw him before the game, and all he could talk about was that drop pop-up that he had that eventually led to a run. So that's the mentality you like. Focus on improving those mistakes. 0-1 to Tanis is hit towards the gap and right. Stopped by Singer. The throw to first is not in time. Good positioning there from Winter Guard, but not good enough. A little single for Sam Tanis and 2 men on for Isaac Nunez.
Singer showing off some good range over there at second base. Nobody was home though to get the out, so now you're gonna have to line up, flip over, and a good hitter, and Nunez coming up.
Perry not much of a runner on second, but with 2 outs has a bit of an advantage here. The guy who can really hit it hard. Nunez today 1 for 1 already, has scored a run. Slattery fires. That just missed for ball 1.
And Nunez laced a line drive last time. take that again. I'm sure Perry could try to score on that one. Looking for something in the gap here, though, with 2 outs.
1-0. Low yet again. And a walk here would bring up Kai Hudson, who's already had a hit today, so not something Slattery wants to do. 2-0. It's high yet again. Big lead for Nunez, 3-0.
Yeah, the top of the order gave Slattery fits in the beginning of the game. He was lucky to get out of it with just 1 run, bases loaded jam.
It was hit, hit, walk, walk from the first 4. And there's strike 1. Just barely got it.
Yeah, Nunez thought it was ball 4. I thought it was ball 4. Looked like it was a little high, but apparently it wasn't.
3-1 now. And there's ball 4.
Champagnis waited for the call. Wasn't trying to waste any energy there. Now it doesn't get easier for you if you're Slattery.
So now Kai Hudson is at the plate, and he is a guy who is very, 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 and I'll add another very, willing to draw a walk. Has 26 this year.
And I believe the Squeeze are leading the league in walks.
You could see why yesterday. Walked double digits today. Probably trending that way, I'd say, not to be overly negative.
It's not negative, it's just calling it how you see it.
So 1-0 with bases loaded. Here comes the pitch. There's strike 1 from Slattery. Another big time bases loaded situation for Winter Park. No runs on it yet here. 1-1. That's high to Young.
If you're Winter Park, you really can't afford to not cash in here. Another bases loaded opportunity like you mentioned.
At least 1 run, I'd say. At least.
Yeah, I mean, you got a chance to break it open really here.
2-1 pitch is lined into right.
It's going to drop, I think.
And it does drop. Perry scores, coming around is Tanis. He's in. Nunez goes to third. There's runners on the corners. Winter Park is up 3-0 here in the bottom of the second.
Winter Park's offense just continued to be explosive right now, doing anything they can to get these runs in. And when you can do that, the baseball gods are going to reward you. Really good job from Hudson, just getting a little bloop single. More importantly, though, it moves Nunez over from first to third. And now you got runners on the corners. You can really try to make something happen here. Maybe get Hudson, try to get a fake delay steal, and see how the Squeeze play that. Nunez scores on that before the out. It would be an earned run.
Now Timo Arcena first pitch to him is swung on and missed. And yeah, Winter Park has used that delayed double steal to score a run before. Would not shock me if they tested Michael Young.
If executed well, it's a really nice play.
0-1, here's the steal, and gives him second base.
Yeah, the Squeeze didn't bite at that, and probably the better decision there. Sometimes you'll see the second baseman come out and cut off right before the bag and try to get the runner going home, but Nunez was seeing that one all the way through, and probably a good job that he did that.
So second and third for Winter Park takes away a force out, 1-1 pitch. That's in for strike 2. So now it's all up to Timo. 2 outs here. 1-2 pitch is fouled behind him. So a 3-0 lead for Winter Park. I was going to say that the confidence after getting out of that jam would have been huge for Winter Garden, but now it's not in play.
Winter Park's really got another good opportunity to break it open, put up a 5 spot.
1-2's way high.
Got some good speed on the base paths in Hudson and Nunez. Nunez would, of course, score easily on a single. I would like to believe Hudson would as well. Slidery. Oh,
Timo taking his time at the plate. Here's the pitch. And that's just a bit high. Full count.
I was going to say the last pitch has to be your best pitch, but this absolutely has to be your best pitch. 3-2 count. Don't want to load him up again.
That is a danger now. Arcena has walked 15 times this year. Winter Park has done a good job this season of taking what other teams give them, those walks, and using some good base running. Payoff pitch. Got a little piece of it. Foul. Slattery with over 60 pitches right now, and we're not even through 2.
Yeah, I believe I just counted 64. This would be 60. This would be 64. No, this would be 65.
Another payoff. That's high. Timo walks, and they're just piling up for Winter Park.
Squeeze pitching lately has been having some real trouble. You got to get out of this here. Can't allow any more runs. If you're a slider, you got to think that you got to be aggressive here. Not any movement out there in the bullpen. So this is all you.
And Matt Coker up, walked in his first plate appearance. Swing and a miss to start.
Good pitch from Slider. He took a little bit off that time. Got Coker to go around really early. Maybe go back to that here.
0-1. That one's low, but blocked by Young. I caught a glance of Young's face after that walk from Arcena, and I'll just keep things simple and say he didn't look happy.
It's tough when you're catching and your pitcher's not really throwing a lot of strikes right now.
As he throws a strike,
Yeah,
1-2.
take that. Of course, it hurts your knees too. But
Very
his
much
legs
so.
are cramping right now. Don't miss those days.
1-2 is fouled. And especially for someone who's such an athletic outfielder, used to running around, to confine them is a bit cruel in a way.
Actually,
but he's stepping up for his team.
yeah, he was walking out of the dugout the other day. He had 2 bags of catcher's equipment. I was like, "What are you doing?" He was like, "My coach told me that I need to go back to catching." The primary catcher, but he said playing outfield's more fun.
1-2. That one looked like it slipped again, but caught by Young, so nothing happens. 2-2 to Matt Coker.
This would be huge if Winter Park's able to cash in.
2-2 ball, and it's ball 3.
Diamond Dogs are playing some really good baseball as of late. If they're able to go away with this one, it's going to build some serious momentum in that dugout. Of course, a lot of baseball to be played, but big lead right now.
Payoff pitch. Strike 3 swinging.
Oof.
3 runs for Winter Park. A 3-0 lead. So a light lead for the hosts. Could be a lot more, but Winter Garden staying in this one. We will be right back for inning number 3 in just a minute.
extra hitter number 8, Zach Stokes.
Welcome back to this game between the Winter Garden Squeeze and Winter Park Diamond Dogs. It's Zach Stokes at the plate. His at-bat was interrupted by a caught stealing that ended the second inning. 3-0 lead for Winter Park as 1-0 comes in. Now 2-0 to Stokes. Another pitch from White. Another ball, 3-0. A good lead for Zach Stokes, and Andrew White looking a little prone to missing his spots so far. .3-0, and there's strike one. White with a big lead, but maybe not as big as it could have been. 3-1 comes in. It's in for strike two.
Yeah, Winter Garden, a little bit lucky that time. They've had bases loaded twice. The other team has, and they've been able to get away with 1 and 2. You'll take that, but you can't afford to keep doing that.
Payoff pitch. Strike three swinging. After a 3-0 disadvantage, White battles all the way back to get out number one.
Yeah, that's the ultimate morale booster for the pitcher, falling behind 3-0 and then coming back 3-2. Guarantee you he's feeling like the man right now.
Feeling untouchable on the mound. No runs given up yet. Still no hits conceded. As that first pitch to Dalton Robinson is high.
Robinson had a clutch 2 RBI double down the right field line at the land the other night, sending the Squeeze home with the win.
1-0 to him.
He's got the type of swing that he's either going to swing and miss right in front of you, or he's going to hit the ball very hard and very far. Has a big elevated swing, swings for a lot of power in almost every swing.
Struck out 7 times at 16 at-bats, takes ball 2. And Andrew White, when he's on his game, is a big strikeout pitcher, so this is an intriguing matchup. 2-1, misses a bit high.
Good take from Robinson, not swing on the little bit high pitch. It's kind of hard to lay off those ones.
Especially for a bigger guy.
Yeah.
3-1 pitch, and it's ball 4. So Robinson gets aboard. That's only his second walk of the year.
Rollins College, number 36, Kyle Singer.
And here is the hometown guy, Kyle Singer, from Rollins. This season hitting .286 in 28 at-bats.
Yeah, when he's been in the box, he's been pretty good so far. Got to keep the line moving if you're Winter Garden. Want to start chipping away at that 3-0 lead.
Nothing insurmountable. Here's the pickoff attempt. It's
there you go.
Wild. Gets past Aracena, and Robinson is in at second. Unfortunate mistake for Winter Park.
See how that plays out in the batters to come.
Yeah, I'd say Singer is now a much more important out than he originally was.
Especially because Robinson doesn't have a ton of speed. Probably wouldn't have scored on anything from first base, but now he could score from a single in the outfield and from second.
1-0 pitch, and that's low, ball 2. Robinson not too active on second base, but White's still been looking over at him.
Yeah, I just want to make sure he's not doing anything funny over there.
That 2-0 is way high and inside. 3-0 lead for Singer.
If you're White, you're not too mad about if you walk him here. Of course, you want to come back and get the out, but if you walk him, it puts the double play back into play. With 1 out, you'll take that.
That 3-0, strike 1. Yeah, I'd say maybe pitch with a little more freedom. Try and get that swinging strike on something outside, and if you don't get it, then at least you have that force.
Don't want to leave it hanging over the plate as well.
Absolutely not. 3-1. Swing and a miss.
So you'll take that any day you can get it. Now you're a little bit more tight. You can really, I'd like to see him go back to the fastball after that swinging miss.
So now it's all full after a big lead. Payoff is hit towards the third base line, and Robinson is safe. Though actually it seems that that ball was hit foul.
Yeah, I was wondering how they were going to call that. It looked like it was close to the line the entire time. White got away with one, though. Singer swung at a pitch that was very inside. Kind of had to jump out of the way to make contact.
Part of the reason it went foul, just wasn't super hittable.
Yeah.
But Robinson had a big lead, intent to steal. That'll be something to look out for. Another payoff is popped way, way up. Perry looking at it. And he's got it for out number 2.
Good job from Perry tracking that one down. It's kind of tough to make that play, having to go turn around, and then more than likely, most of the time, you're going to have to come back towards the plate. So good job. Again, make sure he throws everything away. You never want to stumble upon that. I've seen that happen a couple of times. It's very unfortunate.
So now Jared Davis up with 2 outs. Davis yesterday 1 for 3. Takes ball 1.
Davis, a guy with a lot of speed, so if you hit something on the ground here, you're going to have to get it and get it out of your hands fast.
1-0, and there's a strike. I like that pitch, worked it inside, just caught the corner.
Yeah,
Did White.
really beautiful pitch from White. If he's able to live there, he's going to get something on the hands from Davis. He's so close to the plate.
1-1, that is fouled. Yeah, did it again. Pretty good result. Now has a lead on Davis. Has mostly been working from behind this inning, but in good position now. White fires one in, and that is hit way high towards the back of the outfield. Rushing in is Sampson. He's got it. Out number 3. And some action on the base pass, but not a whole lot. Winter Garden cannot cash in. Winter Park leads 3-0 and hits again in a few minutes. We'll return shortly for the bottom of the 3rd inning.
Number 10, Kate Faircloth.
So Kate Faircloth leading off for Winter Park, bringing us into the bottom of the third inning. The Dogs lead 3-0 over the Squeeze, and a new pitcher for Winter Garden. It's Jack Bella. Bella's first is a strike.
See Bella a lot over the course of the summer. 29 innings, 17 strikeouts to just 4 walks. He fills up that strike zone. He's been bounced around a little bit. Got a couple tough games against Sanford, but he's been able to do a really good job otherwise, getting the win last time against DeLand.
0-2 pitch is hit up the middle by Faircloth. Clay has it, throw to first, and he's safe. Looks like it was off the bag.
Yeah, a little bit high throw from Clay that time. Went to the sidearm angle. He's usually over the top. I wonder what that consisted of this time. Probably just thought that was a quicker decision for him.
That's where the speed of Faircloth pays off. Not a great hit, and pretty decent job at fielding, but it just wasn't all together for a speedy guy. So now Roman Sampson up another speed threat in the outfield. Had a pretty good catch to end the last inning. Swings and misses at that first one. Maybe got a little piece of it. You were talking over the break. You were impressed with Sampson calling off his teammates to grab that ball.
Yeah, usually that shallow was still part of the turf, so that really should have been the second baseman's ball in Tanis. But Sampson caught him off really early.
I'd say if you do it early enough, it's a lot better.
Yeah, absolutely.
When you do it the last minute, that's when you start causing problems.
Saw a couple times the last couple weeks the Squeeze have called really late or not at all, and it's resulted in just balls being dropped right in between people. You never want that to happen.
1-1 pitch. As the runner goes, throw to second, and he's safe.
Would have got him.
Yeah, I think maybe more wetness in play, sliding around, or maybe just didn't secure the ball, but a good throw from Young early enough to get the base stealer. But now Cade Faircloth is in scoring position.
Yeah, no outs right now either. You're going to get a new ball. That ball was definitely soaked. So rolling around the turf a little bit.
Bella needs all the help he can get. Already in a hole. 1-2 now to Sampson. Bella's pitch is fouled. And for Sampson, a single could score Faircloth. We've established he's very, very fast. That would be a key advantage for Winter Park, opening up this thing a little more. And now the count is even.
They've got a nice gap between first and second right now. If he sees an outside pitch, he can go the other way. It would be really a good job by him. That would make it really easily for the runner on second to score.
2-2. Sampson gets that one into right, and it just falls. Cade Faircloth in at third. I'd say Winter Garden was lucky with the hang time, because I said that Faircloth could score on a single, but that one looked like it could have been caught.
Yeah, I had to stay back that time because you never know if that ball's going to drop or not. Of course, he could have made a diving play to stop it, but it didn't. So he's on third base. He'll take that. Runners on the corners, no outs, and the hero from last night. Any chance you can get that, you'll take that.
So Swan and Daiji, just a walk today with runners on the corners. That first one, a bit low for ball one. One-0 to DJ. There's ball two. And good discipline by DJ so far. The walk and taking 2-0. If I hit that ball last night, I'd be swinging at everything. 2-0 pitch. And there's strike one.
Swing at anything. Swing at everything out of your shoes.
Yeah, you'd think you could do anything.
Yeah.
Incredible highlight. 2-1. Swing and a miss from DJ. Yeah, even if you hit a ball like that and you go on and have like an illustrious MLB career, you still think about that one.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
a walk-off
of course.
grand slam.
Anytime you hit a walk-off grand slam.
Some of the best players ever never do that.
Yeah.
2-2. That one is fouled towards the batting cages.
Not to mention, that ball wasn't even, like, it wasn't even like it just went over. That thing was, like, it went over.
Yeah.
Like, over the black poles out there in right field, right center field.
Once it got to, like, I'd say 15 yards from the track, I kind of knew.
Yeah.
2-2.
Ooh, Young could have had a good chance at a back pick there.
And I'd say that might be his inexperience or maybe just wanting to be a little risk averse. Has the arm to getting out on a move like that. As a payoff pitch comes in, swing and a miss, throw to second, and he's safe. But see, Sampson barely stayed on the bag there. Just by his back foot. So the strikeout completed, but a runner advances, and David Bayo up at the plate.
And Clay must have just missed the tag. Had a bad reaction to it. Seemed like he thought he got him. Would have been strike him out, throw him out. Now you got to work with second and third one out.
First pitch to Bayo, and that's a strike.
Don't want to let Winter Park score more runs consecutive innings again.
0-1 pitch, lined into left center and falls. Faircloth scores with Sampson coming around. He will easily get in. Two more across the plate for Winter Park. It's 5-0 here in the bottom of the third.
Beautifully paced single off the bat of David Bayo. Line drive just got right in there. Scored two easy runs. Now you got yourself a 5-run lead.
So things just got a lot more comfortable for Winter Park as the new guy, Hayden Perry, comes to bat. Scored a run after advancing on a fielder's choice. And a runner goes. Bayo is caught in a bit of a rundown. And another throw, and they got him. This is not the same Winter Garden Squeeze team that you can steal on at will. Looks like there's a bit of a conversation going on. I think Bayo might be safe.
He's sitting on second base right now. He's safe. What just happened?
So
I'd love to get an explanation. This is
Yeah.
where we need the replay.
I'm sure Winter Garden broke some sort of rule. I think they may have infringed on him running. I think that's the only thing I can think of.
I've never seen that.
They just didn't give him a fair
Yeah.
chance with someone without the ball. But either way, it's 0-1. And that one is hit well into center field by Perry. Caught, and Bayo runs to third in there pretty easily.
Just texted my source in the dugout. We'll see. We'll see what happens if she knows. By source, I mean social media
The
intern.
second baseman, number 11,
I imagine that text was just, what, question mark?
Yeah. See if she starts asking somebody in there. That's hopefully the plan.
But no matter how it happened, Bayo is on third with Sam Tanis at the plate. Sam Tanis 1 for 1 with a run scored. Bella throws one in. One's lightly blooped into center field, but caught for out number 3. So the Dawgs tack on 2 more. It's a 5-0 advantage for the home team.
fans, your new score actors.
They've shown they can score on the new pitcher. We will be right back at the top of the 4th to see how the Squeeze respond.
Tonight. Number 21, Matthew Prevesk.
So the leadoff hitter, Matthew Prevesk, up to start the fourth inning. Swings and misses at Andrew White's first offering. Winter Park leads Winter Garden 5-0. Lovely game so far on Flow Sports. The 0-1 pitch is a bit low. Domination on both ends for the Dawgs. 1-1 pitch. A bit outside to Perry.
Looks like the Land's got a 3-0 lead on Sanford right now. Top of the fourth inning over there.
4-0 now.
Oh, yeah. Just refreshed, actually.
1-1 pitch. Excuse me, 2-1 pitch is high for ball 3.
Leesburg's on top of Orlando, bottom 5 over there.
Just a 1-0 advantage for the Lightning. 3-1. That's popped foul, though, unplayable.
Like to see DeLand come away with that win over the second place River Rats, who have been in a little bit of trouble recently.
Yeah, I'd say Leesburg has been cementing itself as the best team in the league. Payoff pitch coming in, it's way high. And a leadoff walk for Matt Prevesk.
The third baseman, number 26, Trip McKinley.
So Trip McKinley comes up for Winter Garden. He's 0 for 1 on the day so far, and Andrew White of Winter Park has been good, but has handed out 3 walks and has a lot of 3-ball counts. Already misses again to start against McKinley.
He's been able to get those outs, though, so really you'll take that any chance. Especially, as you mentioned, all the 3-0 counts. Been able to come back a couple of times. Strike those guys out. Beautiful perseverance from him.
And yeah, it shows perseverance, but we said it about Winter Garden allowing all those bases loaded jams. If you keep doing that, you're going to fail.
Oh, yeah. They come back to bite you. Just a matter of not letting it happen again.
And White checks on Prevesk at first base.
I think this is going to be a really big inning for Winter Park if they're able to put up another 0.
2-0, swing and a miss. Yeah, especially against the top of this order.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Be massive for the Dawgs.
Top of the order, who's been frustrated, I should say, recently. You can see it on all their faces.
Another swinging strike, 2-2 now, and White is back in another count. But you got to wonder with Andrew White, if he just start better, he'd be mowing down all these guys. Keep checking on Prevesk. 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 swinging. A 2-0 deficit turns into a strikeout for Winter Park's starter.
The shortstop, number 14,
And that is
Todd
4 on the
Webb.
day for White.
Looks like Winter Park has a little bit of motion over there. Somebody doing bands number 30.
That would be Joe Bellflower, if that is him. Though Bellflower, not actually Nolan Maroth, excuse me. .1-0 pitch is fouled.
This is a big at-bat for Clay as well. Struck out a couple times yesterday. Having some trouble so far. The past couple days out of the All-Star break.
He was an all-star, so deservedly so. 1-1 is inside for ball 2, and Clay, it'd be a bad time for him to tail off on this season because Winter Garden really needs him. Sensational hitter and defensive shortstop.
Yeah, he's been the staple to the Squeeze offense all season long. He was flirting with the leading batting average for the last couple of weeks.
Tossed his sunglasses.
So I don't need these anymore.
Something got in his eye, I think.
Yeah. See if the adjusted does anything.
2-1 to Todd Clay, and he pops way, way up.
It does.
And Perry has it for out number 2.
Just unlucky for Clay inside, right on the hands, popping it straight up. I believe that's the second time he's done that today.
The left fielder, number 3.
Hayden Perry, I'm impressed with his defense so far, has been perfectly good for Winter Park and will be hugely important to any playoff push that the Dawgs will make in this final week of the regular season.
Absolutely. He's a really good defensive catcher. He does a lot of good things with his mechanics-wise. Definitely going to be a good addition to this catching staff of the Winter Park team, is exactly as you mentioned earlier. Started 4, now you're only at 2.
It was 4 down to 1.
Oh, yeah.
At one point.
Yeah. And now, thankfully, you're at 2.
1-1 pitch as that one is hit towards third foul. But Prevesk looking to run. Makes sense with 2 outs. And yeah, the catching staff on kind of a not so deep Winter Park team was a source of much depth, but then injuries and just letting players go eventually got down to just Anthony Gonzalez, and Perry's here. Been huge for Winter Park. Can't go into the playoffs with one catcher.
Absolutely not. It's a lot of work.
1-2 from White.
Oof.
Barely missed. That's ball 2. Great take by Ian Farrow because it looked like a strike to me.
Yeah. Not sure where that one missed, but apparently it did. Maybe a little bit high, I'm guessing.
Probably, as 2-2 is hit way, way high into the outfield. And it's secured by Cade Faircloth for out number 3. So 4 scoreless now for Andrew White and a 5-run lead for the Diamond Dogs. Winter Park looks to pad its lead in the bottom of the 4th. Don't miss it. We'll be right back here on Flow Sports.
Extra hitter number 39, Isaac Nunez.
Isaac Nunez getting us started in the bottom of the 4th inning between the Winter Park Diamond Dogs and Winter Garden Squeeze. Hometown team leads 5-0 here at Alphonse Stadium. 1-0 start to Nunez, and that pitch is high for ball 2. Jack Bella still on the mound for Winter Garden. Gave up 3 hits and 2 runs in his first inning of work. And now he's down 3-0 to Isaac Nunez.
Yeah, got to get a 0 here if you're Winter Garden. Haven't had one yet. Got to be a big inning. Don't want to let them score anymore. Especially as we get towards that 5th inning. Don't want to really let them score 3. That 8-run rule after 5. Oh, excuse me, after 7, because it's a 9-inning game.
3-1 pitch is laced into left by Isaac Nunez. Just be one base, though.
I was right. It's 8 after 7, right?
Yes,
Because
you are
of the
correct.
9 inning? Okay.
Yeah, today is a 9-inning game. Yesterday was a 7-inning game due to a lightning delay.
That 7-inning game messed with my brain a little bit there. Forgot about the league rules.
7-inning game after the All-Star break, you know, it kind of throws everybody off. But we're back, and it's the home stretch here. Kai Hudson up at the plate for Winter Park, and he's been fantastic today. 2 hits, 2 runs batted in. Incredible from Winter Park shortstop, whose average is up to 247 now. Was a really low average hitter with a whole lot of walks, but he's hitting the ball. He's dangerous as he taps one in the infield. Throw to first to get Hudson is in time, but Nunez advances to second base.
And no chance of the double play. Isaac Nunez on first base, and that ball was hit way too softly. Good job just picking it up, go to first base, didn't even look at second.
First baseman number 4.
Shows some good awareness from Trip McKinley.
Timo Aracena up for Winter Park. 2 walks in his 2 plate appearances today. One out with a man on second. Bella fires one as Nunez goes. The throw to third. It's not in time.
Good job from McKinley again, coming off the bag on the throw in the turf. Don't want to ever let that ball get away and have Nunez score freely.
And good job by Nunez not over sliding.
Yeah.
I think there's been less rain recently, so not as big as a problem. And
Yeah,
there's a strike to Timo.
It'll probably start to dry off a little bit as long as we don't see any more rain in the coming innings. We saw yesterday this field really dries off really well.
1-1 to Aracena is popped way up in shallow center field. Nunez thinking about going, and he does. And go is what I meant to say. Came off the bag, but decided not to run.
Probably a good decision, a good throw. Coming in from Prevesk. Sometimes, though, if you try to test it,
you can force a poor throw. I think that's what he was actually looking for. Is
he trying to get him to throw it away?
Yeah, he deked towards home, and when he saw the throw was quality, he stuck at third base, and now Matt Coker has a chance to knock in Nunez with 2 outs. First pitch to him is hit the other way and gets through. Nunez rolls in. 6-0 Dawgs here in the bottom of the 4th.
Good job, Coker. First pitch he sees going the other way. Between that gap at first base, second base, brings in Nunez again for the score.
And I really love the decision to go first pitch because I think the Dawgs have been really patient today because Winter Garden hitters have not been given them much to hit. So the surprise factor was really big. I think caught squeeze infielders out of position. But now Cade Faircloth up. Bella lobs one in, and that's foul. Cade Faircloth today is 1 for 2 with a run scored, also struck out. Coker's checked on at first and just narrowly gets in. Coker fast enough, I'd say, only to score on a big extra base hit, which is not really Faircloth's department.
Got to be something hit deeply into the center.
0-1 as Coker goes. The throw to second is high.
Got him.
And he got him. Out number 3. Nice play by Winter Garden to end that 4th inning. I believe Matt Coker was impressed by that play. Now it's 6-0 Winter Park over Winter Garden. After 4, we'll be right back for number 5 in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.
17, Sonny Rayo.
We are back at Alphonse Stadium for this game between the Winter Garden Squeeze and Winter Park Diamond Dogs. Dogs lead 6-0. Andrew White still on the mound for Winter Park. First pitch to Sonny Rayo is upstairs for ball one.
Squeeze got to get anything going right now. A lot of zeros being put up scoring-wise.
Now a 2-0 lead for Sonny Rayo. White fires. That one is lined towards Hudson. He caught it on the fly. Good read by Kai Hudson for the out.
The catcher, number 15, Michael Young.
So a good out for Andrew White to start. That one hit lightly by Rayo, brings up the catcher, Michael Young. Young today 0 for 1. White fires as he hits Michael Young. Flips his bat over towards the dugout, and I think Michael Young, he's happy to get on base, but he hasn't had a fun day. You can just tell by looking at him, and he was a little mad at that one. But of course, you know, anything that gets you on first, you can't complain too much, can you, Christian?
Yeah, it's going to hurt a little bit off, probably right off the spine, it looked like, right in the middle, center part of the numbers. But after a couple of moments, you're going to be able to shake it off and be happy you're on first base.
The healing properties of first base are marvelous.
It'll make it even better if you're able to score here.
Yep, Winter Garden still looking for its first run of the game here in the top of the fifth. So now, up for the squeeze is Stokes. Pops that one way up, but way foul, unplayable. White setting up for 0-1. Here it is. That one is lined into right, hit way back, and it's off the wall. Sampson on top of it. It's now 2 bases, but no one scores. And that is the first hit of the game for the Winter Garden Squeeze.
Finally, somebody's able to do something off White. Really good piece of hitting from Stokes. I thought for a second maybe it had a chance to get out of here. Hit off the wall, though. But a really good job from Stokes getting that first hit of the squeeze and maybe igniting something here with just 1 out.
Yep, 1 out and 2 runners in scoring position. And of course, no one on first is quite convenient for the squeeze. Saw Kai Hudson on second giving props to Stokes. Sportsmanship big in the Florida League. First pitch from White and just misses for ball 1.
It's a close pitch, but a good take from Robinson.
Robinson had a walk in his first appearance. 1-0 pitch. That's just a bit low for ball 2. You got to think maybe White's day close to done.
Yeah, it looks like Winter Park has somebody throwing out there now, so this might be his last inning.
Especially now that he's given up the no-hitter.
Yeah.
2-0. Swing and a miss from Robinson.
Of course, you always want to ride the guy out that has a possibility of a no-no.
And Winter Park was very lucky to have Brad Brooks cover all of yesterday's game. That's huge.
Oh, yeah. Helps the bullpen out a lot.
2-1 pitch. That one's popped foul. So now White doing what he's done all day. Starts out behind, but he's all the way back in this thing. 2-2 now to Dalton Robinson.
This would be a big out for White if he's able to get this here.
I'd say that Robinson may be a bit prone to the fly ball. Even if the sacrifice fly comes in, I think you take it if you're the Dogs.
Yeah, absolutely. Trade the out for the run.
2-2 pitch. Way inside. Full count.
Or I should have said trade the run for the out.
I've heard it both ways.
Yeah.
Payoff pitch, and a walk drawn by Dalton Robinson.
Now the double plays back in play, so of course you never
The
want to
second
load the
baseman
bases
for
up, but
Rollins is number 36.
take that if
Kyle
you
Singer.
have to.
Now Kyle Singer up for Winter Garden. Singer popped up to Hayden Perry in his first at bat of the day. Dawgs would love more of that.
Got to cash in. If you're a Singer here, with bases loaded, 1 out. I like the aggressiveness on the first pitch.
Now it's 0-1, and of course Jim Newland watching. And I'll tell you, at least one of Singer's college teammates is in attendance. At least one. White fires one. That one's fouled.
And
Now
now
0-2 lead for Andrew White.
White can do anything here. I'm probably going to go with high fastball, maybe some off speed, low. But the way Singer's been swinging out of his shoes last couple times, I think I'd go back to the high fastball. Try to get him to chase and then maybe not throw the off speed.
0-2. Another foul ball by Singer. And yeah, a lot of freedom for Andrew White here. He's thrown now 90 pitches.
Yeah, I got to think this is probably his last inning. Maybe even his last batter. Gonzalez going out to the bullpen, maybe to check on him.
0-2 pitch.
Wow.
And snuck it in for strike 3.
That was beautiful.
The
Off
extra
speed.
hitter for
Like you said,
38,
snuck that thing right in,
Bates.
froze up Singer. Really had no chance at hitting that.
5 strikeouts now for Andrew White. Fantastic work, but still has a jam to deal with.
I think even if Singer swung at that, it probably would have been rolled over somewhere, just judging by how so far in that pitch was.
Now Jared Davis at the plate. He's 0 for 1. White throws one in. It's high for ball 1. And I mean, all this is really much more impressive because of the new catcher, Hayden Perry. He's called a great game, been good defensively. A lot to be impressed about and excited about for the new catcher.
Do the Dawgs coaching staff, do they let the catchers call their own games, or do they relay the signs?
1-0 pitch is inside. I believe they let them call the games. 'Cause
Yeah.
I see
I don't see him
some
looking over that
communication.
much.
Yeah.
Maybe on like a big pitch, he might get a sign.
Yeah, then there might be some like scheming of an inning for
Yeah.
certain times, but
I know the Squeeze coaching staff let them do whatever they please.
2-0 coming. And that's lined up the middle. Hudson has it, flips it over to second base, and that'll do it for this 5th inning. So 5 scoreless for Andrew White. He's probably done, and a fantastic job for him. A 6-0 lead for Winter Park. We'll be right back for the bottom of the 5th inning.
And you want to
Here we go. Bottom of the 5th inning between the Winter Park Diamond Dogs and Winter Garden Squeeze. Home team leads 6-0. They've scored in every inning so far, and the Squeeze, of course, have scored in none. Cade Faircloth gets us started, and a ball outside from Jack Bella. One-0 pitch, and it's up the middle for strike one. One-one, big swing and a miss. Caught a little bit of it for strike two. Faircloth today, 1 for 2. 1-2 pitch, though, is hit down the first base line, but foul.
Just a little bit earlier, that would have been stung down there. Probably a double.
And for someone like Cade Faircloth, depending on the defense, could be a triple. He's a speedster. And you can see movement in Winter Garden's bullpen as 1-2 comes in again. It's outside for ball 2.
Yeah, I believe that's Billy Dubby out there in the bullpen. Number 12.
2-2, hit up the middle, and gets through. Cade Faircloth with his second hit of the day. It's a single.
A beautiful piece of hitting from Faircloth, sending it right back where it came from. Clay just missed on the outstretched glove. Good effort over there. Wasn't happy about the outcome, but you'll take that effort any day.
Fielder number 13, Roman Sampson.
Roman Sampson, also with 1 hit on the day. He's 1 for 2.
Looking at the standings, if Winter Park's able to hold on to this one and Orlando loses, you can tie it up right there. All of a sudden, you're tied for 4th.
Every game is pivotal in this final week of the season. Bella leads with a strike on Roman Sampson.
Leesburg still on top of Orlando, 1-0. That one's getting late. Bottom, 2-0 now, Leesburg. Bottom 6. And 9 outs to work with there if you're Orlando.
0-1 pitch to Sampson is driven and caught on the fly. A double play. Bit unlucky for Cade Faircloth. Good defense for Winter Garden. Kyle Singer had that one.
Must have thought that it went off the ground first. You don't really see that, or thinking Singer was going to let it fall. Probably would have been a good idea if they did it either way. Got the double play. That's all that matters.
So DJ Swinandije up with no one on base after that double play. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. That's strike 1 to him. Swinandije has struck out today. 0-1 pitch. There's strike 2, and Swinandije has a bit of a problem striking out. He's just a aggressive effort guy. 0-2 is hit up the middle and reaches through. A single for Swinandije. His first hit of the day. And I was mentioning he's aggressive in all aspects. If you've seen him field, if you've seen him run the bases, if you've seen him hit. And that time it paid off for his first hit of the day.
Almost got a piece of Bella as well. He's lucky it didn't. That one would have definitely hurt.
Brings up another typical reserve outfielder for Winter Park, David Bio. 1 for 1 with a walk. Takes strike 1.
Got a couple RBIs today as well.
0-1 from Bella. Bit too far inside. That's ball 1. Bella's pitch is line hard, but foul by David Bio.
Oh, that ball would have probably been off the wall, if not over. Caught a break there, Bella. It's a long strike.
So Bella has to watch out for Bio. One-two pitch, runner goes, and it's fouled. So Bella got a bit of a preview on what Bio could do on that foul ball.
Don't want to leave that fastball right in his wheelhouse, that low inside.
1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
There you go.
So a good inning. Scoreless for the first time are the Dawgs, but they still lead 6-0 as we move on to the 6th. We'll be right back. Keep watching here on Flow Sports. Welcome back to Alphonse Stadium for this game between the Winter Park Diamond Dogs and Winter Garden Squeeze. Winter Park leads 6-0. And the first pitch from new pitcher Nolan Maroth is fouled off. Matt Prevesk up at the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. 0-1 for Maroth. Just misses for ball 1. Nolan Maroth this year, 25 innings with a 5.96 ERA, has not done well against Winter Garden. As 0-1 comes in, that's hit into shallow right for a single, and yeah, his first 2 starts of the year against the Squeeze at Olympia High School gave up a combined 10 earned runs.
The third baseman, number 26, Trip McKinley.
Now Trip McKinley looks to pile on Winter Park's reliever.
And Maroff just letting the Squeeze get right at him. 10 hits in 1, 7 in the next. Now Preves has an early hit.
Now 1-0 to McKinley. Here it is. A bit low for 2-0. So Maroth has had some good appearances this year, but yeah, nothing good against Winter Garden. Quite good against Leesburg and Orlando. 2-0. And there's strike 1 for Maroth.
It's kind of ironic. He's from Winter Garden as well.
Yeah, did not have a good time against his hometown team, but now pitching against them for the first time since June 19th. 2-1 to McKinley is lined into left center. Fairclough lays out. What a grab for out number 1, Cade Fairclough. Take a bow.
What a beautiful play from Cade Fairclough. Fully outstretched. He could not have timed that perfectly. More perfectly, I should say. I'm stunned.
He's a fantastic defensive outfielder. Oh, my.
He just saved a double.
And that's huge for Maroth. He leads with a strike there against Todd Clay. I mean,
for a second, I thought maybe the Squeeze were going to have second and third, no outs. All of a sudden, still runner on first, 1 out.
0-1 to Clay is foul.
That's what good defense can do for you. And the Diamond Dogs have been playing some good defense today despite that one error.
And, I mean, I'm not in and around the Squeeze dugout, but that one has to be very deflating. They've been frustrated all day.
Oh, absolutely.
And to have that robbed, it's just a killer.
Yeah, absolutely.
0-2 from Maroth is hit and caught on the fly by Santanis.
That's not going to help.
Some more good defense by Winter Park.
That's even worse for Clay because he knows he just barreled that ball up. Really couldn't hit it much better. Maybe even with the launch angle, maybe he could have hit better, but he literally hit that thing perfect. That would have been perfect. You're playing the show. But just unlucky. He hit it right to a guy. You can't really do much about it, but now you're probably thinking, what more can I do? 2 really hard hit balls for outs, nothing to show for it.
That's when, if you're playing the show, you throw your controller on the ground.
That's when I quit.
You rage quit.
That's when I quit. Okay, I have to put it down. Okay, I'm done.
But Winter Garden keeps going.
Yeah,
now 1-0 to Faro.
Can't quit here.
And that pitch is in for a strike. Ian Faro with 2 outs and a man on first. 1-1. And it's low again from Nolan Maroth. And again, Maroth got those 2 outs, but he still has to be careful. He knows that those 2 were torched.
Yeah. Don't want to give up a hard batted ball here with 2 outs.
Another low pitch from Nolan Maroth now behind 3-1 to Ian Faro. Faro today 0 for 1. He's already walked today. Be big to get another. Maroth deals. That one is tapped foul. So now big count for Maroth after those 2 dodgy outs. Could get another one on his own power. Having a little chat with Hayden Perry, who's still out there. Been excellent behind the plate for the Dawgs. Figuring a few things out in this visit. Timo Arsena was also involved. I love to see that when an infield player gets involved in the mound visit.
Want to know what's coming, if you can expect a pickoff here with a good runner in Prevesk. 3-2, 2 outs. He's almost certainly going.
Maroth glances over at Prevesk. And throws.
See, he caught him. He almost caught him going that time. Prevesk started jerking towards second and then had to come all the way back. Wonder if he's a little more cautious this time.
Maroth throws this one, runner goes, and it's fouled.
Now you got to call him all the way back if you're Prevesk. Sure, he's not too satisfied about that one. It's a long, long run.
So now we reset yet again for this full count. Another from Maroth, another foul from Faro.
Yeah, Prevesk is just going to walk back this time. That's tough. 2 straight, 3-2 pitches, go foul.
It's frustrating, and morale is visibly low on Winter Garden's side.
Yeah, usually everybody's up on that fence talking with each other. A lot of guys on the bench right now just look like just kind of what do we got to do.
Another pitch is lined
Yeah.
hard but foul.
That would have been what you had to do 100%.
Went off the roof of the batting cages. But still, here we are. Count is full to Farrow. Eighth pitch coming. That one is hit very high, very deep, but very foul. Also off the roof of the batting cages.
The same exact spot.
A lot of tension building here in this at bat. Maroth deals again, and it's ball 4. Great take by Ian Farrow to draw a walk.
Beautiful take from Ian Farrow. 3-2. He hits a couple balls off the batting cage dome thing over there. And now he hands it off to Sonny Rayao.
Rayo 0 for 2 today with a strikeout. Could turn things around here. Maroth pitches, and it's foul.
I like the aggressiveness from Sonny there. First pitch, sees a good pitch, and he went up there hacking.
Yeah, I'd suspect that Maroth would maybe have wanted a freebie strike in the zone on that first pitch after a big-time battle,
Yeah.
but Rayo wouldn't have let anything easy go. 0-1 coming in. It's hit towards Hudson. It's short. Throw to second. And he just got him for out number 3. So some good defense keeps Winter Park alive. 6-0 lead after 5.5. We'll be right back for the bottom of the 6th inning in just a minute. And we're back with the Florida League on Flow Sports. First pitch of the bottom of the 6th to Hayden Perry is outside. 1-0 to Perry, outside yet again. 2-0 now, and Perry pops that one foul, but unplayable.
Bella's done a good job of settling down this Winter Park offense after putting up 5 in the first 3 innings. They've gone just a couple off of him.
Perry hits one up the middle, but fielded well by Clay. Throw to first is easily on time for out number 1, and it feels like forever since Winter Garden got the leadoff batter out.
Absolutely. Good, very good feat to have in this inning. You try to put up some more zeros and try to inch back into this 6-0 lead.
But now Sam Tanis up at the plate to stop that from happening. Tanis is 1 for 2 with a run scored. Tanis lays down a bunt towards first base, legging it out, throw to first, and he's not in time. Some hustle by Sam Tanis.
A great decision to lay down the bunt, catching the squeeze, sleeping that time. Looks like we're going to get a visit from Coach McDaniel.
The extra hitter, number 39, Isaac Nunez.
Just to make sure, I'm not sure we're going to get any changes.
Top of the order coming up for Winter Park, and McDaniel having a bit of a discussion with the infield umpire. Ooh, things getting a little bit hostile out there. Looks like we're good. McDaniel strolling back to the dugout. And at long last, Isaac Nunez is in the batter's box. Still some more delay. Jim Newland getting back over to coach first base, which means we get to hear more of Isaac Nunez's beautiful walk-up song. It's a classic.
I bet it soothes him.
Nunez 2 for 2 with a walk today. Fantastic. First pitch to him is a ball barely outside.
Just a bit outside there, yeah. I think it caught the left-hander batter's box's line right there.
And 1-0 is a strike. I think that's what result Bella wanted from that first pitch. Got it on his second. One. Line the other way by Nunez, but goes foul. Would have been dangerous if that went in, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. Would have been a nice blooper. Probably would have put Tanis on third and maybe even Nunez on second with his speed.
1-2 into Nunez, and ball 2. Great take by Nunez with 2 strikes. Another pitch from Bella is hit into right center field, going deep, and it's off the wall. Just be a very loud single as Tanis is running home, throw to home, nowhere close. Nunez moves to second, throw over there is in time. So a bit of a wild play. Looked like it could have been a homer, but went off the wall. Tanis scored. So now 7-0 Winter Park. What a strange play.
Tanis caught Clay sleeping that time. The throw coming in was a little blob, and I was watching the entire time. He was watching the throw come in. He was just decided, I'm going to go. I'm going to take it. And proves to be efficient, getting Clay to throw it wide, but Nunez probably should have just stayed put at first base, trying to extend the play.
So Kewan James subs in for Kai Hudson at shortstop. 7-0 lead for Winter Park.
Just inches away from that 8-run lead.
Thanks to all of our raffle participants. All
Now
prizes have been
0-2
claimed.
with 2 outs. And that's strike 3 quickly for James on the half swing.
And your new score after 6 innings
And
is
now
tossed
7, Winter Garden
somebody.
0.
Somebody just got thrown out of the game.
And we'll see who that
I
was.
think it was Bella.
We'll see who that was when we come back 7-0 lead for Winter Park in kind of a weird way. We return briefly for the top of the 7th. Welcome back to Alphon Stadium for this game between the Winter Park Diamond Dogs and Winter Garden Squeeze. A 7-0 advantage for the home team, and tempers started to flare at the end of the 6th. Pitcher Jack Bella of Winter Garden got tossed. Not something you see every day. As that strike 1 in there from Nolan Maroth. 0-1 pitch just misses, evens the count. Oh, to Michael Young. That one is hit towards Arcena at third. It's in play.
Ooh.
Or is it?
I think that one stayed fair.
Either way, it was called
yeah.
foul.
It doesn't matter what I think.
Kind of threw me off, but
Sure, Young would take that.
I don't know. I mean, Arcena is a decent defender, but I think Young had a pretty good jump on that.
Yeah,
Either way,
he did.
1-2 pitch is lined into left and drops in. That'll be a single for Michael Young.
The extra hitter, number 8,
Good piece of
Zach
hitting from
Stokes.
Young, starting off this inning the right way after the Dogs added another run to their already big lead. Got to keep it going here if you're the Squeeze. Got to get at least one.
Be key in avoiding the run rule. It's the 7th inning. If the Squeeze don't score and the Dogs do, this game is over.
And obviously, we're going to get a new pitcher coming on the mound from the Squeeze. I believe it's going to be Billy Dubby.
So now 1-0 to Stokes. Here's the pitch. Strike 1. Maroth so far has thrown 20 strikes to 8 balls. There's ball number 9, 2-1. That's basically all Maroth has got to do, just not blow up. Has a huge cushion. 2-1 pitch. Sneaks in for strike 2. Good frame job by the catcher, Perry.
Yeah, you just got to do anything you can to get your outs here if you're Maroth. Take them any way you can get them.
2-2 is hit up the middle. Hudson steps on the bag. Throw to first is not completed. So got one out there. And excuse me, that's Coker at short. Kewan James now at first base.
Yeah, the Squeeze caught a break that time. Almost had a double play. Now it brings up Robinson.
The right fielder,
Good at least to get the
23,
one. And yeah, that's the
Robinson.
only change for Winter Park. Coker and James in new places. First pitch to Dalton Robinson is lofted high into left and caught by David Bayo for out number 2. So aggression from Robinson does not pan out. And there's quick out number 2. Still a man on for the Winter Garden Squeeze.
At the plate for Winter
Gonna
Garden.
be a new hitter in Sebastian Burgos in the box. So McDaniel's going to go to his bench, trying to spark something to go.
Makes sense as the first pitch to Burgos is tapped foul just in front of him. Burgos played yesterday, was 0 for 2 in the loss.
How about coming off the bench cold, sees the first pitch, goes up hacking. He's ready to hit.
Just got to try something at this point. Oh, 1. Fouled again. So now good lead for Maroth. Maroth so far 1.2 scoreless, 2 hits and 1 walk. 0-2 pitch is hit into right. Sampson going after it. He's got it. Out number 3. So now 2 scoreless innings for Nolan Maroth as we move into the 7th inning stretch. We'll be right back for what could be the last inning of the game in just a few minutes. Welcome back to Alphonse Stadium for the bottom of the 7th inning between the Winter Park Diamond Dogs and Winter Garden Squeeze. Timo Aracena leads it off for the home team. Takes strike 1 from the new pitcher Billy Dubby. 0-1 pitch is far inside. That's ball 1.
Dubby, another one of those newer additions. He joined the team on June 23rd. Has yet to give up a run and only pitched 3 innings, though.
1-1 is fouled. And Winter Garden trying out a lot of new players, newer players against Winter Park this series. 1-2 coming is fouled. So with all these newer players, you figure that if the Squeeze don't fall out of the playoff race, as long as they don't do that, using all these players is a productive thing to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Give some rest to the other players who have been here the past 2 months as well. So that's huge for them.
Yeah, if these guys are warmed up and the old players are still good, Could be a big deal for Winter Garden come playoff time as 2-2 comes in and is lofted way, way high into shallow, shallow right, or maybe the end of the infield. But it is caught for that first out of the 7th inning.
Gonna try to be another squeeze pitcher to try to put up a 0 today. Zeros have been hard to come by. Getting just one from Bella in the 5th inning.
Other than that, Winter Park has been super productive. Now Matt Coker comes up for the Dawgs. First pitch from W is outside. Matt Coker is 1 for 2 with a walk. 1-0 pitch. Right in the strike zone. 1-1. Outside ball 2. Two one from Dubby is outside for 3-1 now. Can't give out a free base to Coker. He's a talented runner. Here's the pitch, and it's fouled the opposite way.
Feels like the squeeze pitching have been in at least 20 3-2 counts today. It's been way too many.
Payoff pitch now, and he slipped out of his hand. And now a walk issued to Matt Coker. Worst time for that to happen.
Yeah, absolutely worst time for that to happen.
And the interesting,
by number 7, Caleb Adams.
Caleb Adams pinch hitting now against Dubby. Pinch hitting for Cade Faircloth. Throw over to first to check on Coker. He's safe.
I think if you're the squeeze here, you got to focus on the batter. You can't be taking any chances at a bad throw over, putting a runner on second base. Got to get your guy in the box.
Now 1-0 to Adams, who yesterday was 0 for 1 with 2 walks and a run scored, also stole 2 bases. 1-0 escapes from Young, and Coker moves on to second base. Also a ball, so a 2-0 advantage for Caleb Adams.
And now the Dawgs are a single away from winning the game.
That's probably the worst defensive player action from Michael Young, which is impressive because, again, he doesn't play the position all that often. He's done, I think, a pretty good job today.
Yeah, absolutely. He's done a good job today. That one just snuck right out of his glove.
And that one goes past Young, so Coker moves again to third. That one, I think, completely missed him.
Right under the glove.
Yeah. Now a 3-0 advantage for Caleb Adams. This thing's close to ending.
Yeah, and Winter Garden's going to have to sell out here and bring everybody in, including the outfield. Not all the way in, obviously, but you're going to want to bring them in a little bit.
And they are, it would seem, getting closer. 3-0 misses and a walk.
And now the corners will probably stay in. The middle will go back because of the double play with 1 out.
And the interesting thing is today is this is a rare opportunity for Billy W. to get some reps. But he controls how many he gets because if he holds the Dawgs scoreless, he gets more opportunities to pitch.
Yeah, he'll probably end the game either way, no matter what happens here in this inning or what happens in the future. I don't see the squeeze going to another pitcher at all.
First pitch to Roman Sampson as Caleb Adams takes a free base.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to attract the squeeze to get into a rundown, but they wanted no part of that. They actually had the entire infield in, so they just handed it to him. That run doesn't even matter at this point.
1-0 pitch to Sampson is outside. Yeah, just don't care really about the double play, but now with the 2-0 lead for Sampson, figure could just walk him. 2-0 pitch.
Yep. I think right now you would.
Yep, also misses.
But then again, Suananaje is coming up, and we all know what he did yesterday.
What? I mean, I don't even want to talk. I might quit because I'd never see anything that good again as 3-0.
And there it is.
Comes
He's
in
coming
for
up
ball
again.
four.
No way.
Oh,
Talk
my.
about this for
Here
setting
we
it
go.
up.
Number 35.
Here we go again.
This is going to go one of two ways. I think he's either going to hit a bomb or he's going to hit a ground ball.
Oh, my. DJ, of course.
We'll see what happens.
Grand slam yesterday. First pitch to him is a strike.
I wonder what he's thinking right now. Trying not to think about it, probably.
No.
But it's probably hard. It's definitely hard to do.
0-1 pitch.
Oh,
Way inside.
I thought I got a piece of him for a second.
No, we can't let that happen. That would be
Yeah.
way too anticlimactic. So now 1-1 to DJ. Here's the pitch from Dubby. Swing and a miss. He was looking for it.
W, you got to make sure you don't overthrow something here.
Yeah, it's happened a couple times already. Coker would score. 1-2. Just a bit high.
Really good take from DJ there. Not biting on the high fastball it was.
Especially for an aggressive guy who's kind of hopped up on last night. 2-2.
Ooh,
It's just tapped foul.
just barely made contact that time. Now he gets to see another pitch, though.
Staying alive.
Take anything, really, but I'm not even going to say it, actually.
2-2 again. That one misses for ball 3.
And now there's a huge pitch coming up.
The hugest for Billy Dubby. Payoff. Lined foul.
Just waiting for that one.
Yeah, that was hit well, but
Talk about pitch recognition. That's it right there.
yeah, you could see him track it and just handle it.
You don't see a lot of guys that early on a 3-2.
There's another pitch,
That's the game.
and it's inside. Dawgs win. Another run roll walk-off for DJ Swanandajay. This time a little less fun. An 8-0 win for Winter Park in 7 innings. Christian, how are the Squeeze feeling about these 2 rough games?
Well, I don't even really know. I just think that this pitching hasn't been there the past couple of nights, as you mentioned. Swanandajay has walked it off twice. Obviously, a couple calls didn't go your way, but that's not the result of an 8-0 ball game. Probably had one run score, maybe on the complicated call. But you got to come back tomorrow morning early at 11 a.m. and play the same team at your place now, so you got to be able to defend that. And you also have to try not to fall out of the playoff spot, because now you're very much over there.
Yeah, it's getting competitive towards the end. DJ Swanandajay gets another Gatorade bath, and the team talk happening with Jim Newland. Just all positive in these first 2 games. Looking for the sweep tomorrow. We'll be back on the call for that. Now, of course, Christian Raposa will be leading on play-by-play, and myself, Alex Ramon, will be working on color. And we've loved having you here for these 2 games at the Alphonse Stadium. 2 big wins for Winter Park, and make sure to tune in tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in to Flow Sports Game of the Week. Winter Park beats Winter Garden 8-0.